Let's talk about it, man. The difference between being hood rich and being wealthy. They two different things. Being hood rich and being wealthy. What's up with y'all, man? Let's talk about this shit, y'all. Being hood rich versus being wealthy, y'all. What up with y'all, man? We gotta talk about this shit. So first, we gotta break down what is both, right? What is hood rich? What is wealthy? You feel me? So, what's hood rich, y'all? If you from the trenches, you know. If you from poverty stricken areas, you know what hood rich is. You feel me? Yeah, I trade stock options, bro. You see my page? We gonna get into stocks, y'all. We just gotta talk about the real shit first, you know? We gotta talk about the shit that's going on. Mindset wise, you feel me? In our community. Because it's a misconception of, you know, us thinking that just because we got a certain amount of money that we wealthy. And we don't have really shit built on the back end to define that. You feel me? So, what is hood rich, right? Hood rich is basically... Hood rich is a nigga just having some money. He got a wave, right? But for one, he really just hustling. The nigga really, even if he got a consistent stream of income, right? It's not nothing that's gonna create income in the long run, right? So a lot of times that money be active money, right? But what do we do with the money? What does a nigga that's hood rich do with his money, y'all? Right? Put it under his bed. He keep it all in cash. He keep 90% of that shit in cash. Right? Nigga don't even really have a bank account. Nigga keep most of that shit in cash. Under his bed, in a safe. You feel me? Somewhere put up in the house. Liable to get stolen. Liable to get fire damage. Water damage. All type of shit happen to his cash. Right? What else is the mindset of a hood rich nigga? Right? A nigga who make... Let's just say he made 6 figures, right? Even if he made 6 figures, bro, when you done doing what you doing, my dog, you got kids. How the hell are you going to pass that money down to your kids the correct way? You feel me? You don't have nothing but a bunch of cash, bro. And you have Rolexes, you have cars, you have certain things that you think are assets, but really are not assets, bro. They're truly not assets, bro. You think you're going to pass that shit down to your kids, but really you passing down bullshit. You feel me? So, what's wealthy, y'all? Right? So, we spoke on what was hood rich, right? Then he don't have no credit. He don't have no credit built, no credit history, right? All he got is cash. You feel me? What's wealthy, though? Right? Let's look at the Walton family, right? If you know the Walton family, tried to put my niggas on and they laughed. Shit crazy, bro. You feel me? And that's the mindset that, you know, is just in our community, bro. You feel me? You try to put a nigga on something that's gonna really change his life. He think, oh, just because he look just like you, that you don't really know what you talking about. Whole time, bro, you do know what you talking about, and this nigga not taking you serious. You feel me? But let's stay on track real quick. What's wealthy, y'all? As you know, the Waltons, right? Walmart, right? Sam, what was his name? Sam Walton or some shit, right? That man created generational wealth. That man was wealthy. What did he do, y'all? Right? First of all, he built the business. Okay, so he understood and realized off jump the money that he was getting. Okay, I have to do something with this money. I have to create an asset. I have to create something that's going to basically I can put my money in and it works for me. You feel me? So he knew that off rip. So what did he do, y'all? He built Walmart. But what did he do with that though, y'all? Right? What he did was he put his kids in position to eat off of Walmart as well. He built things like trust, right? Invested in stocks, real estate, insurance, all the right certain things, right? To where now, guess what, y'all? Tell me why this man has 4+ heirs on the billionaires Forbes list. Do you guys know that Sam Walton never became, before he died, he was never a billionaire? Do y'all know that? So before he died, he never was worth 1 billion. But tell me why all of his heirs are worth billions of dollars. Think about that. That's wealth, y'all. You feel me? So we gotta look at it as like, all right, cool. Don't get me wrong, the hood rich shit, the being flashy, the shit like that, it looks really good. It looks really cool, right? But it only lasts for that moment. What hood rich nigga do you know that actually, when he passed away, left his kids a route to take? A right way to take in life? Even if this nigga was up millions or 6 figures, he didn't structure this shit in the right way to pass down to his family. You feel me? So, I just want, I want to hop on this topic because it's like, bro, don't get me wrong. I know I get and I understand how it is. You feel me? Us growing up in these certain environments that was taught to us. But it's like, it get to a point where it's like, bro, we got to change our mindset. All right, what are we really trying to do here? What are we really trying to accomplish here? You feel me? Why don't we have any stock, bro? You feel me? Y'all niggas got all this money, bro, that y'all claim y'all got. But you don't really own shit. You don't have no assets, bro. You don't even have... Do y'all know that 99% of niggas in the streets don't have life insurance? Think about that. Think about that. Niggas out here getting into shootouts. Niggas out here doing high speed chases, all type of shit. But don't even got life insurance. Why do you think when niggas die, they have GoFundMes? How many of y'all know a real street nigga or niggas that was into shit that had to get a GoFundMe when he died? I know a list of at least 10 niggas I can name right now on my hand, bro. But as a kid, I thought when I was little, right, I thought that shit was normal to be on a GoFundMe. It wasn't until I got older to realize, oh shit, these niggas ain't had no life insurance. These niggas ain't had no paper, so when they died, you feel what I'm saying? That shit wasn't able to get taken care of. GoFundMes are not normal, y'all. We shouldn't be having that shit when we pass away. That's some hood shit. That's some ghetto shit, y'all. To be normalized, you feel me? That's not no shit that's like, if y'all think if Elon Musk right now die, he gonna have a fucking GoFundMe? No, that nigga got insurance, he got certain shit in place for when he pass away. All of that shit is gonna be taken care of the right way, bro. You feel me? So it's a mindset thing. You know, we don't even know about this type of shit. So I wanted to, this is shit that I learned. When I figured this out, I was like, damn, what the hell? Don't it make sense for a nigga if you in the streets and you got niggas that want to kill you to have life insurance, bro? We can't even play that shit right. You feel me? So it's like, bro, we gotta start taking the blueprint from what we see people who already successful, right? Who already then did the shit. And then we gotta mix it within our culture, within our lifestyle. Because the route they take, right, the Warren Buffetts, the Sam Waltons, the Andrew Carnegies, the JP Morgans, all these big family names, right? They was living a different life than us. They live a way different life than us. You feel me? We in the trenches with this shit, you know? We getting this shit out the mud. You feel me? So it's like, but we can still learn from their blueprint though, and then mix it with everything that we learn, put it all together, and then we take off from there. But if we just keep doing the same shit that only we know, we never really gonna get further in life. You feel me? It's just gonna keep being the same cycle over and over and over again. If we don't invest in stocks, bro. If we don't get out the mindset that nigga buying a Rolex is not a fucking investment, gang. Don't get me wrong, do it in appreciating value, yes. But really, honestly, it doesn't generate any cash flow for you, bro. That shit does nothing for you, really, my boy. Buying a car, my nigga, buying it cash. We gotta stop cashing out on whips, y'all. Building our credit, building our credit history. The shit that matters. You buying the car with cash, but really, my nigga, it is nothing for you. You feel me? You have no credit history build. Do you think when... Listen, y'all. Listen, man. Why do you think the tax codes was created? And I appreciate everybody joining. What's up with y'all? Amor, Naya, Siri Farms, my boy Slump Priest. What's up with y'all, man? We just talking game. All right. So, why do y'all think, right? Certain rules, regulations, tax codes, laws, all this type of shit was made, right? Who do you think it was made for? All this type of shit was made for the people who knows how to play it. You feel me? Guess who pays the most in taxes? The employee will forever get taxed the most. Why? Because he don't provide shit. You feel me? So us as workers, when we look at our check and we see Social Security, goddamn state tax, city tax, whatever, we getting taxed like a motherfucker out our check. You might go work, right? Before taxes, your shit might have been $1,600. By the time you get your shit back, your shit $1,100. And you looking at your shit like, where the fuck all my money go? You just got shorted damn near almost half your shit. You feel me? Why is that? Because you're a worker, bro. The system wasn't made for you, my boy. Why do you think Apple makes billions of fucking dollars every year, every quarter, and only pays what in taxes, y'all? This how much Apple pays in taxes, y'all. But you go to work for 12 hours, 8 hours, and damn near half your check gone, bro. You feel me? And it's one of them things where it's like, you know, we got to get to the point where it's like, okay, bro, we working our job, we doing these certain things, right? Nothing is wrong with that, bro. I encourage that. You feel me? I would rather you, my nigga, go work a job to get on your feet than goddamn go rob a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I would rather you, if it, you know? So, nothing is wrong with that, but what I'm saying here is, y'all, once we get over that hump, right? Once we get to that certain level of our mindset, it's like, all right, how do we put certain things in play to where we can start playing the game that they playing? The Elon Musks, the Apples, you feel me? Because the thing is, y'all, if we don't start, this shit never gonna get better. So I'm the first in my family to ever invest in the stock, y'all. I'm the first in my family to ever start a business. I'm the first in my family, my whole bloodline to do a lot of shit, y'all. But guess what? I'm the one that had to take the pain, bro. I'm the one that had to go in the market and lose money first to figure this shit out in the first place. You feel me? I'm the one that goddamn how to figure out how to form an LLC the correct way and certain shit. You feel me? But it's like, all right, cool. If nobody took the sacrifice before me to do all of this shit, then it's like somebody got to. Why not it be you, bro? Why? That's how I looked at it. Like, all right, cool. Why not it be me? You feel me? Because look, y'all, I don't want for the way I grew up, bro. I don't want that for my next generation bloodline. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, cool then. I gotta figure this shit out. I gotta map all this shit out and figure out what I gotta do to where, you know, whoever come after me is in a better situation. Y'all know I tried to play ball, bro. I tried to hoop. But guess what? I couldn't focus on that shit because why, gang? I didn't have the financial support behind me to what? Niggas gotta buy team shoes. Niggas gotta get rides to practice. All type of shit on the back end that I had to worry about and think about instead of just me focusing on being able to hoop. AAU. I wanted to play AAU with my friends, bro. But I couldn't. Nigga, that shit was 400, 600, 1,000 to be on a damn team. Shit like that. You feel me? They traveling far as hell. I don't got nobody to take me there. So instead of me being able to really, you know, use my talent, bro, I couldn't really focus on that shit because it's like, damn, I got to go work a job to go get some money. Nigga, I got to do certain things to where, you know, to be able to provide for myself on the back end, bro. But if my parents or my family was in a certain situation to be able to carry me through, I probably would have been, you feel me? Nigga probably already been in the league already, gang. If I had the financial support. You feel me? So, like, I feel like, man, that shit is a big deal within our community, bro. And I feel like, you know, it just starts little by little. And I just feel like, you know, it's all a mindset thing. This is all a chain and all a cycle. You know? He said, I mean, different type of skill, trading, hustling, reselling. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. That could really compound. Yes, bro. So like what I recommend, y'all, this what I recommend, man. This what I say, right? Is because I think about this shit a lot, y'all. So like right now, y'all gotta remember that we in different times, bro. We in a time where it's like, dog, you can really pull up your phone, pull up your computer, pull up your PC, whatever, right? Go live on Twitch and fucking make millions, hundreds of $1,000s from that shit. You don't have to go slave 12 hours for 30 years no more, my boy, to be successful, bro. We got shit. We got YouTube. You got all type of shit, all different type of things, bro, to make money nowadays. It's not like, you know, 1890, how they had it back in the day. This shit is like, you know, easier than ever, bro. Really. You know, we got so many different lanes and so many different avenues to get to this shit now, you know? What's up, my boy? My boy Perry, Sosa, what's up with y'all? Stefan, what up with y'all? Hold on, I gotta check on this food real quick. Hold on, y'all, don't go nowhere, cause we on something right now. Hold on. Yeah. But even though the food culture has been embraced in the beverage space, there are very few healthy Latin-American drink alternatives to high fructose corn syrup or artificially flavored sodas. You may ask, do they even exist? And I would say, claro, of course they do. If you go to the homes of most immigrant and Latinx, you'll find that we make some of our daily refrescos fresh at home with real ingredients and no sugar. Now, for those that are unfamiliar, we call these type shit, man. Type shit. My fault, y'all. I'm back. What up, my boy, Brando? What up, my dog? I'm gonna hit you back in the group and shit, too, bro. Trey says today. What up, bro? Right? So, we got so many different things that we could do where it's like, all right, we gotta we gotta change. We gotta change. You know, the chain, right? We gotta change the cycle, y'all. You feel me? And here's what I say, man. And I won't. If y'all don't take nothing ever from my lives, if y'all don't take nothing from my page, if y'all don't remember anything, right? Always remember this, man. And this is some true shit, y'all. Your goal is your goal in life. Now, what do I mean by that, right? What do I mean by your goal is your goal in life? What I mean is this right here, bro. What I mean is this, right? When you write your goals down, right, that you have set for yourself, and you actually complete it, that means you're successful, right? Now, let me break this down to y'all. If a man, right, write his goal down and say, my goal is to work for McDonald's for 10 years straight as a regular employee. Just listen to what I'm saying, y'all, because this is going to help you, right? If a man says, he writes his goal down, he says, my goal is to work for McDonald's for 10 years straight as a regular employee, get promoted to manager, and then eventually, within a 30-year time span, be able to basically own that specific franchise and be, you know, the owner of this franchise location of McDonald's. And he sets out and he actually goes and do that. He's successful. He's a very successful man. Why? Because he wrote his goal down and he pursued it and he actually achieved it. So you can't tell that man that he's not successful. Even if he don't have a damn Lamborghini, a Rolls Royce, even if he don't live in a mansion or have $1 million. That's not the point. The point is that he had a goal for himself. He set out what he wanted to do for himself in life and he achieved it. How can you tell that man he's not successful just because that's not what you wanted to do in life? That don't have nothing to do with you, bro. That's his goal and his achievements. You feel me? The only way that man is not successful in life is if he set that out for himself and he didn't achieve it. So the only way, don't never let nobody tell you that you unsuccessful in life. The only way you're unsuccessful in your life is if you set out your goals and you don't pursue them and you don't achieve them. You feel me? So what's one man's success is not your success. So when you on social media, don't compare yourself to, oh, damn, this nigga got $1 million. Oh, damn, he pulling up in a lamb chop. Oh, damn, this nigga, you feel me? Because that's his success, bro. That's not truly your success. You got to have your own success in life, right? So if I set for myself and say, bro, Chris, my success for myself is to build a community full of successful traders, right? Start a business, be really successful in my trading and my investing, and goddamn live my life out to the fullest and just have my freedom in my time, right? And if I set that out and I really do that within my time span and my lifespan, I'm a successful man. Even if I don't land on $1 billion and you got $1 billion, you can't tell me, bro, I'm not successful. When I set out what I wanted for myself and I achieved every single goal on my list, bro. You feel me? So that's how I maneuver and that's how I think throughout my whole life, bro. That's why I am guaranteed my success. Why? Because I know exactly what I want for myself. I'm going to set out to do that shit and I'm going to achieve it. You feel me? Do y'all get where I'm coming from with that shit? My boy, what's up? Right? So just because you might got $1 million and he only got 100K, and nigga, his life savings goals was 100K and then still working at Family Dollar, but he got 100K saved and he cool and he comfortable with that. That man is successful, gang. You can't tell him he not, bro. You feel me? So we got to start thinking like that, man. We got to start, just having, because a lot of this shit, y'all, a lot of y'all are in good positions in life, but you on social media comparing and contrasting. You feel me? Or not even social media. You might have a friend or you might have somebody else that you comparing and contrasting with. Because why? You don't got your own goal in life. You don't got your own mindset, gang. Y'all get where I'm coming from? So that's how I maneuver through life every day. That's what's going to keep you on track, my nigga. I swear to God, bro. But a lot of niggas don't write their goals down. You gotta write this shit down and actually achieve it, bro. So that way you can hold yourself accountable for this shit. How can you hold yourself accountable if you don't see your vision where you're going in life, bro? You feel me? Once you realize money not real, we talked about that shit. He said, I think it's about time people need to start being goal oriented. You got to, dog. Like, bro, you got to, man. Like, the thing is, like, about the goal shit, man. Like, I feel like, bro, it builds your confidence, bro. That's what I'll say. Like, when I first started trading, bro, when I first started getting into investing, bro, like, I had minor goals as I'm going, right? As I'm learning this shit, I'm having minor goals as I set for myself. And as I start to see certain things work out for me, even if I failed on certain things, right? Because here's what I'll say, right? You may not hit every single goal on your list that you write out. That's okay. But what you do is adjust. You gotta learn how to adjust, bro. You feel me? So what do I mean by adjust, gang? Look. So you might have a goal for yourself. All right, boom, I want to save 20K this year. I want to have 20K saved. But my nigga, if you land on 15K, you can't beat yourself up about it, bro. You can't let you feel me? The biggest thing you gotta keep in mind is that, bro, you tried, my nigga. You did if you know that you did everything by any means possible to hit your goal, guess what, bro? Just the next year, just add on to it. You feel me? So like, if you set 20K for yourself within that year, save, and you land on 15, instead of beating yourself down, getting low self-esteem, bro, build yourself up and say, damn, I was this close to hitting my goal. You know what? All right, cool. I'm on track. I got the discipline. I held myself accountable. Shit like that, right? Have that self-talk with yourself and say, all right, cool then. Let me just, next year, right? Let me add on a 5 to my goal. So now you damn near can boost your hustle up. You get where I'm coming from? To make that extra 5 from the previous year. To say that extra 5, you feel me? He said, have you made at least 10K? You asking me that? What you saying? You saying in stocks? You saying in the market, or you just saying like in general? Let me know, bro. He said, what gives you the drive every day to keep going? You know what give me the drive every day to keep going, bro? I'm going to tell you, bro. What give me the drive every day to keep going, bro? Is this right here, bro. Because when I was younger, right? It was certain things in my life that I had, got the chance to get my hands on that I wanted, right? Or, in certain luxuries and certain things in life. And then I had them taken away from me, right? So it's a different feeling when you go from having something, you be hurt worse when you had something and then it took it away from you, and it was taken away from you. You don't have it no more because you had the feeling of having it. Do that make sense? So, for example, right? When I was 17, I bought my first car, right? I bought my first car. After a year, right? The car ended up fucking up on me. I didn't take really good care of it, right? So I had to go without a car for about 2 years, right? Or whatever, right? So guess what I said, y'all? When I got my next car, guess what I did? I took really good care of it. Because why? I had the feeling, I already knew the feeling of me having a car and then me going back to the bus and walking, bro. That shit hurting me, gang. So imagine you pulling up on hoes, pulling up on females. You 17, you got a couple G's to your name, shit like that, right? You got a good job, shit like that. Most niggas your age don't even got a car at the time, so you pulling up on hoes, you got the whip, all type of shit, right? And then, nigga, you end up not having the whip no more. Now, you being seen on the bus, gang. Now you got them, you walking all type of shit, folks. You feel me? Nigga, that shit do something to yo. That shit make you be like, man, hell no, nigga, I gotta take care of my shit when I get it. I gotta really, I can't, when I get certain shit, gang, I gotta keep up with my money. Like, nigga, don't get money, buy some shit, and then not keep up with the hustle, gang. You gotta keep up with the grind, nigga. Certain shit that I learned, bro. So, nigga, what keep me going hard every day is the feeling of me not going back to nothing, gang, or not having some shit no more. The level where I'm at right now in life, gang, I can't go back to nothing less than this. I will be hurt, bro. My soul will be crushed. You feel me? The reason why, nigga, I'm not tripping on having $1 million cash right now because I ain't never had it. But nigga, imagine you having 1 million and then you going down to 100K. Other niggas looking at you like, nigga, you tripping and you up 100. Niggas, look. Niggas looking at you like you up 100, but dog, you looking at it like, nigga, you down 900K. Think about it, y'all. So if I go from where I'm at now, even if I go to not having this shit, niggas will still be looking at me like, oh, bro, you really doing good. But gang, on the back end, I'm looking at, nigga, you don't know where I was at though, bro. You feel me? You don't know where I was headed. Nigga, you don't know where I was headed towards. So, nigga, I feel like I'm behind, gang. Think about that, y'all. Right? So, most niggas in the world don't got 10K saved. So, if you a nigga right now that got 100K but you go down to 10K, nigga, you're gonna feel broke as fuck. But niggas who don't got 10 is gonna be looking at you like you up. That's the example that I'm trying to explain to y'all, gang. So, nigga, that's my motivation to keep going every day, to keep going hard every day, bro. That shit right there, dog. Especially because niggas know ain't nobody coming to save them on... That nigga dropping songs, my boy YE Stocks, man. Hey, I fuck with you, my boy. I swear to God, bro. Y'all, peep what he just said. He said, especially because niggas know ain't nobody coming to save you, bro. And I wanna point this out to every man on this live. Listen clear. Do not leave this live. Before you do anything, listen to what I'm about to tell you, bro. Listen to this, y'all. I don't care how much a nigga say he fuck with you. I don't care how much a female say she love you. I don't care how close you is with your family. Nigga, if you hit rock bottom and you need 10K to get back on your feet, nobody is going to give it to you, bro. As a grown ass man. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. If I fall, listen, y'all. If I hit rock bottom right now, I got niggas I'm close with, don't get me wrong. But I cannot really call them niggas and ask for 10K to get back on my feet, bro. And you might say, well, damn, if you can't do that, bro, them really not your niggas. But nigga, it might not even be that, gang. It might be these niggas got families. These niggas got kids. Do these niggas really got a 10 of just loan you and then not really, you feel me, not have to pay it back? At bare minimum, a nigga gonna say, gang, I'll give you this 10, but nigga, I need this shit back as soon as possible, bro. Like, I got shit going on. You feel me? So, nigga, a lot of times that be my motivation too, bro. Is where, all right, gang, if I fall from where I'm at, nobody is gonna come save me, gang. So, take it or leave it, man. But also to this, right? So, that lead me into this conversation, right? Appreciate everybody typing in. Anthony, what up? OTR, Two-Tone Rich, what's up, bro? Duke, what up? Right? So, that lead me into this, y'all. The only way that we could slightly change that type of situation is if we get ourselves to a point to where we can help and put others in position. To where that 10 that you might ask for, bro, that ain't gonna hurt his pockets whatsoever. And he not gonna ask for he don't need the money back. He got it like that. Or your family member got it like that. whatever, whoever around you that you might need to ask for that 10 if you hit rock bottom. But we would have to get ourselves up to a super level to be able to, you feel me? So that's why building a community is very important to me. Because do you think that if I can help people make money with stocks and trading in the market, right? And I help these niggas make thousands of dollars, that if I, for some reason, right, hit rock bottom, that my people in my community won't come through for me, you crazy as hell. If I didn't show bro how to trade, bro is up from this shit. Bro didn't change his life from this shit. Told him how to invest, how to buy stocks, how to all this shit, right? From scratch. And he been doing this shit for years and he good, right? My nigga set. You think that if I hit rock bottom, bro ain't gonna come through for me? My whole community ain't gonna come through for me? You crazy as hell. So that's how I look at it too, right? Where it's like, all right, cool. If I feel like this right now, where if I hit rock bottom, most niggas, even if they got it, they still gonna need that money back. All right, let me get myself super rich, super wealthy, where it's like, all right, cool. As I'm grinding, right, as I get myself to a certain point, I'm building everybody up with me. I'm teaching people the shit I'm doing as I'm going the route I'm going, to where now I got a community, now I got a family, now I got a brotherhood of people who is there for me if I, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like shit like that that we could work on the back end of this shit, you feel me? And, you know, that's why I didn't want to gatekeep the information, you know? So it's no reason for a nigga to hate on me because I'm up when, dog, I literally have the blueprint for you to turn up, my nigga. It's no reason for a nigga to do harm or to me or try to rob me when, nigga, you will really get better out of me learning this shit than taking from me, dog. If you take from me, you really shorten yourself, my nigga. Why? Because, nigga, the potential that I know, the shit that I know got you the potential to make millions. What you gonna take from me right now, nigga, is not millions, gang. So think about it. If a nigga try to finesse me right now, you shorten yourself, bro. Why? Because, nigga, the shit that I know can make you millions, dog. What you gonna take from me now isn't millions, gang. So you really just, you feel what I'm saying? Niggas hustling back, niggas don't think long term, gang. So a lot of this shit is like, you know, just mental, bro. A lot of this shit is mental, man. I ain't gonna lie. Lando, what up, bro? What up with y'all, man? We just on this bitch just talking shit, man. He said, I'm glad you from the... Oh, you from the city, bro? He said, I trade Forex. Will still be beneficial to join your community even though you trade stock options. I mean, if you want to learn stock options, bro, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, I don't cap, bro. I don't know shit about Forex, bro, but I know everything about options, bro, and I know everything about stocks. That's my lane, bro. That's what I master in, and that's what I keep developing in. You feel what I'm saying? So if you saying like you trade Forex, the only way I can help you, bro, is if you want to learn how to get into stocks. Even if, bro, here's what I'll say. Here's how I can help you, bro. If you already trade Forex, right, and you profitable trading Forex, and you like, bro, I don't really want to try to learn options, trading options, all right, cool. But you definitely need to know how to invest long term, bro. Because you trade Forex, you can't own Forex. You can't own that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe you can. I don't know. I know it's different commodities and shit like that, but you need stock, bro. You need assets. You feel what I'm saying? You need to be owning these companies in the world that you use every single day. This shit right here, dough, that I'm eating right now, guess what, y'all? They're on the stock market. Dough. Go look them up. You feel me? So everything that this iPhone that I'm on right now, they're on the stock market. So no matter what you do, no matter, you know, what anybody does in life, we all need to be at least investing in shares long term. Why? This shit is all around us, y'all. This shit controls our life. Microsoft, right? Look around you, bro. Look around you right now. You know what I brushed my teeth with this morning? Colgate, toothpaste. That's on the market, bro. You feel me? Like, dog. What's this? Motherfucking Huntington Pen. I think they public, right? So it's like, bro, we need to be, the thing is, y'all, right? Because this is how I break this shit down, man. If we don't never take advantage of the opportunities in the certain situations that the millionaires and the billionaires are taking advantage of, and they run the world and they run this country, we forever shorten ourselves. Like, why the hell aren't we investing if the niggas who control the world and control our country, control everything, all this shit, the rules, everything, they invest in themselves? The nigga Donald Trump himself got a stock that's on the stock market. Now, is it a good stock? Absolutely not. But the nigga still makes money from it. Why? Because if you go look at his stock, DJT, I think it's like Trump Media or some shit, he just pumps and dumps it. That's all he does. Go look at his stock, y'all, and y'all gonna be like, what the hell? He pump it up, and then he sell it every time. Pump it up, sell it, pump it up, sell it, right? So, we gotta be taking advantage of this shit, man, that runs our life, man. Say left makes sense. Yeah, I'm in the city. Yeah, for sure, bro. No, we from Cleveland, bro. I ain't from, oh, you from Detroit, my boy? I think you is, yeah, you got the buffs on and shit. My boy is from, Detroit, hell yeah. He said, man, Trump changed the game with that, bro. Like, y'all. Trump, this is what I feel about Trump, man. Trump gangster as hell. Hey, this nigga Trump finessed the world and nobody complained about it. Right? Did y'all peep? The nigga made a meme coin, literally pumped and dumped that bitch. And nobody said a word, gang. He made millions off of that shit. Nigga, soon as he got elected, bro, the nigga made a Trump coin. Pumped it. Straight dumped it. And nobody even questioned that man, gang. That's how you know you got power, bro. Like, that's how you know you just a gangster, bro. That nigga Trump different, y'all. He said, yeah, I thought y'all would talk about, oh, hell nah. Yeah, man, that shit crazy. Hell yeah. I'm telling, but listen, y'all. This is how I feel about Trump, though. Like, and if y'all wondering what I'm watching in the background, this is Shark Tank. So you know, Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary, Emma Gree, John Damon, you know, the people who you know, the entrepreneurs and shit. I just like to fuck with Shark Tank. They put you on some real good like game and sauce and shit like that. And I ain't gonna lie, watching Shark Tank, y'all, they really taught me like you gotta be relentless as an entrepreneur, because you gotta think, man. They going up in front of all them billionaires and the millionaires, right? Trying to pitch. They gotta say the right thing at the right time. You feel me? You gotta know your numbers. You gotta know all these certain things. And then you just gotta have courage and confidence. So that taught me a lot about business and then life in general, where it's like, damn, in order to be successful, in order to be a real successful entrepreneur, you gotta be relentless. You gotta be relentless, man. Like, can't care about what people say. You can't care about what people think. You gotta go in there with your mindset. You gotta know your stuff. And you just gotta shoot for it, you know? If they turn you down, then, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know, you just gotta leave and try to come back better. You feel me? But watching Shark Tank, y'all, I really suggest that. He said, Trump is into Bitcoin business. Yep. Though we should. Oh yeah, he want to ask me that I had 10K. I feel like he trying to low key play a nigga. My boy Mirror, what up, man? I see you out there doing your thing, my nigga. Keep going, dog. He said, man, never thought to watch that, to be honest. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of shit put you on game, man. The Shark Tank and shit. So the Bitcoin and the crypto, what I did was, bro, since I'm knowledgeable, this what I did, y'all. I did some smart ass shit, right? So since I don't know too much about crypto, as I know as much about stocks, what did I do, y'all? I did my research. I invested in Robinhood. I put $15,000 in Robinhood. And if you know, you know, right? What is Robinhood, y'all? The app. Robinhood is what, y'all? they turned that motherfucker crypto based. So not only is it a stock platform, but they got they base their whole shit now off of crypto. Why do you think Robinhood is where it's at now at the time where Bitcoin is doing its thing too, right? They move the same. So guess what? I'm getting exposure to Bitcoin and the market in general. Think about it. When the market run, I'm eating. It got divergence. So the market could be going down. Robinhood going up because of what is going up? Bitcoin. Right? So I don't specifically own any crypto or Bitcoin, but I own Robinhood. So I'm still eating off the whole crypto market. And guess what? I got that shit for cheaper. If you know, you know, a couple weeks ago, nigga, Robinhood was fucking, I don't know, 30, 40 something dollars a share. That bitch at what? 78 now, y'all. I've been told niggas to get in Robinhood. Niggas ain't want to listen and pay attention, bro. You feel me? So, this shit, you got to do your research of what correlates with what. You feel me? If I know alright, cool, I know the value of the crypto market, but I'm not too knowledgeable of it, let me invest in here, because this still has exposure to crypto. But I'm knowledgeable in this field. I can still go on the back end of Robinhood's financials, the balance sheet, the income statement, the cash flow statement, the margins, the profit margins, right? The ratios, the return on all that type of shit, right? The difference between the industry and sector, all that shit, right? The financial strength, the financial growth, all of that type of shit. The back end of the company, right? Because as we know, right, when a company go IPOs, you get access to all that stuff. But with crypto, I can't do that shit. I can't go and look at a crypto's balance sheet but I can do it here. So that's the route I went with that shit. He said, what you think about Okalo and Nusk? What's that, dog? I can't even pronounce that shit. That nigga said Okaloko and Nutscale. What the hell? I don't even know what that is, brody. Coinbase. Yep, Coinbase, man. It's a lot of different shit a lot of different things that you can get access to with the crypto market. I cracked Hood. Head open about 3 times, bro. Dog. Robinhood, that one, man. Shit crazy. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in, though. We kicking real game, man. But yeah, man, I want to tell y'all, hey, don't invest. Like, you really gotta understand companies, man. So if you pay attention to Warren Buffett, right? Everybody knows Warren Buffett, greatest investor of all time, right? No ifs, ands, buts about it, right? Greatest investor of all time. What Warren Buffett say, y'all? Them annual meetings and them interviews and stuff, right? What he say is, hey, we don't invest in stocks or we don't buy stocks. What he say, y'all? We buy businesses. We buy companies. A lot of times, y'all, we forget that, this is an actual business, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is an actual company, bro. We just looking at it as like, don't get me wrong, yeah, it's a stock, but dog, on the back end, it's a lot of shit that goes on behind this, bro. You feel me? I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, bro. I just wanted to take heed to that because we get caught up in, forgetting that, hey, we got to go on the back end and actually see what these companies are doing and what these companies actually provide and, how this company relates to your life. What economic moat does this company have? You feel me? Like, what companies... So did y'all know this, right? Most public companies on the market have portfolios themselves. So when you go see... You'll see on certain platforms, they'll show you, right? Where they'll say, NVIDIA has a portfolio of this stock and this stock and this stock. NVIDIA owns a percentage of this stock and this stock. Y'all, listen... These companies themselves, they have ownerships in stocks too as well on the market. So all of this stuff is a chain, y'all. It's all a cycle. Microsoft itself has a portfolio. NVIDIA, the company itself, has a stock portfolio. Walmart itself has a stock portfolio. Microsoft itself has a stock portfolio, right? So, who do y'all think is buying all of this shit? You know what I'm saying? Who do you think is moving the charts in the first place? That's not us, y'all. We're retail traders. When we buy and sell shit, they don't move a stock. Right? That's BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, JP Morgan Chase, right? Hedge funds, Goldman Sachs. That shit like that, y'all. That's not us. We don't move the chart, y'all. So we gotta look on the back end at, you know, how all this stuff ties together. You feel me? He said, I was just watching the curls earlier. I know how to read this shit. I know how to read this shit out of balance sheet now, dog. Hey, yeah. I put my boy on game. He said, I was just watching the curls earlier. I know how to read the shit out of balance sheets now, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You get the correlations, though. Do you see what I mean? So when you compare, dog, I'm telling you, bro, this shit is like, bro, when you go look at a company's financials and you go look at a company's charts, tell me why they match. Tell me why you can see why a company has been going down, and you look at the financials and you can say, oh, damn, they was losing money here, or damn, this is what was going on. It matches together, y'all. So this shit, when you can put the two pieces together, you a beast, dog, because now you see both ends of this shit. That's how, like, I did this one thing in my course where I broke down the difference between Nvidia and AMD, right? And the shit was like, it's crazy sauce, bro. It's like crazy when I break down the profit margins and shit like that. You can really understand and see why the same company that does the same damn thing, but one company has been going like this, but the other one's been going like this. And you can tell the difference between the financials of the company. This shit's crazy. He said, man, I'm from here too. Damn, oh, you from Cleveland, bro? He said, I'm from here to probably seeing my people tap into the white man wealth gang. Yeah, I fuck with you. Say, hell yeah, for sure, bro. That's one love, dog. Damn, that meant a lot to me, my boy. That's real shit, man. I'm gonna see you at the top too, bro. Real shit, man. He said, sheesh, yeah, I never knew it. Yeah. Yeah, dog. Like, you know, and a lot of it too, y'all, we can't blame our parents, man. I mean, we can, right? We can blame our godfathers, our grandmas, our past generation. Fighting to win, my boy was up. He in the community. What up? Lil Gangsta One, what up with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all tapping in with me. Right? You know, it's one of them things where it's like, we gotta look at it like, y'all, back in the day, right? The whole stock and the wealth game, they presented it to where it was always only for the billionaires and the millionaires, right? Or the six-figure earners. You feel me? Do y'all know? Damn, this is good. Let me put y'all on game. This is why it was like this, y'all. This some real shit. And this is where, you know, we gotta start. Let's just do our homework on the market, y'all. Let's do our homework on this shit. Like, I can't tell you how many. I didn't watch any stock market movie. Like, name any stock market movie. I didn't watch it, bro. Name any goddamn stock market tutorial, documentary, anything on YouTube. I watched it, bro. Like, I really did my best to study this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So let me put y'all on game, man. The reasons why, you know, our family members didn't know or wasn't building wealth with the market and certain things in general, right, that we're able to utilize today is because, y'all, back in the day, do y'all know that you had to have a certain amount to even invest in the first place? You had to be a certain level of wealth because remember, y'all, it wasn't this easy to invest back then. They didn't have phones. They didn't have a mobile brokerage account where you can literally pull up your phone, pull up on Robinhood, Webull, Thinkorswim, you know, E-Trade, Fidelity, Vanguard. You couldn't pull up none of that on your phone and literally just buy and sell a stock. You had to call up. You had to call up to the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ or whatever, right? And they have what I call brokers. So it was literally a broker that was the middleman in between you buying and selling the stock. You feel me? But that shit had costed a lot of money. So you needed a bare minimum of 10 to 100,000. Exactly, bro. Right? So you needed 10K to 100K to even invest in some shit in the first place because they needed to make their money too on the back end. Right? And guess what? Guess how much 10K was back in the day, y'all? At the start of most of all this shit, right? Nigga, 10K was like 100,000 damn near. You feel what I'm saying? It probably wasn't that, but y'all know how inflation was and shit like that. You have way much more like bond power than what you would have now with 10K, right? So for an average family back in the day, you telling them, damn, I need 10,000 to start off investing, and I'm barely goddamn making a living here. You feel what I'm saying? So at that point, yes, it was only for the wealthy, y'all. All of this shit was. But as times changed, as things started to develop, the internet and certain things, right? Guess what, y'all? Our generation, our parents, they never caught on to this. They never started to see the shift changing. So they was still thinking from their parents and their parents and their parents that they still couldn't participate in this shit. And they was still intimidated to get into this shit, right? And so it took for my generation. You feel what I'm saying? It took for, you feel me? For us to really start goddamn, being able to really do this shit how we wanted to. And you didn't need 10K to start. You can start off with damn near $1. You feel me? So for the longest, when I first got into it, I was questioning. I was asking my mom and asking my family, like, damn, why didn't y'all invest in stocks? And damn, man, we could have been millionaires. Y'all know, if y'all would have bought Walmart back in 19, this, and this, we could have been here. But it's like, bro, they didn't know. They probably didn't have the money. They was intimidated. It was a lot of factors going on. You feel what I'm saying? So I really forgave, my past generation for this shit. But here's what I will say, right? This is why I'm laying up to this shit, where they stuck in their ways now, y'all. I try to put my uncle on investing, and the nigga still don't want to invest, man. He see me making money from this shit. I told my uncle he had 20K to invest, y'all. In 2022, I told him, as I'm investing myself. But at the time, I ain't had, because I was just starting. But I knew what I was doing. I just ain't had, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had the money there yet. But he had an extra 20 G's, man. And I told him to put it in Meta stock, bro. Meta went to a low of $98. Meta is at 700 something right now. So if the nigga would have just listened to me, and he would have bought, let me bring up my calculator, man. I gotta break this shit down for y'all, bro. I gotta break this shit down, man. So just bear with me real quick, cause we on to something, right? So if I do this, right? I tried to put my uncle on this shit, man, in 2022, bro. So Meta stock was $98 a share, right? And he had 20,000. So if you just do 20,000 divided by 98, boom, you get 204 shares. So he could have bought 204 shares for 20K, right? Now, what we got to do, y'all? We got to do 204 times, no, we got to do, hold on, let me write this down, hold on. So 204, he could have bought 204 shares, right? And then it was the price at the time was $98. And then let's just say Meta went to a peak of like what? 710, right? So 710. So we got to do 710 minus $98. That's $612 per share he would have made. Per share, y'all. Remember that. Okay? Because remember, when you buy a whole share, you buying that whole share. So per dollar move, that's what you making or losing. Correct? So we got to do 212 times what, y'all? The 204 shares. So 612 times 204. And this how much money this nigga would have had if he would have put the 20K in when I told him to. Dumbass. What a dumbass, right? In about 2 years, the man would have been up 125,000 off of 20 racks. Do you know what type of return that is, dog? But that's what I'm saying. Niggas stuck in their ways. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? And this is what I mean where, all right, cool, y'all. Let's not be like them, man. Let's really take advantage of these opportunities presented to ourselves. You feel me? Let's not miss out on 125,000 in the next 2 years. You feel me? I'm not trying to, I don't know about y'all, bro, but I'm not trying to miss out on an extra 200 and I'm not trying to miss out on an extra 125K in the next 2 years, bro. I'm not trying to do that, gang. So his 20K is probably sitting in a bank, getting what, y'all? We know what we get in the bank. 0.1 interest on that shit. I just checked my bank statement the other day, y'all, for the month. Guess how much I had like 2 cents in interest, bro. But I done made that well past in the market, gang. In the last, come on now. You feel what I'm saying? So, my boy, No Mars, what up? GG Finance, what up? What up, y'all? Y'all with Doggy, what up with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all tapping in. You feel me? So it's like, all right, man. All I could do, bro, is tell you about it. Whether you take action, that's on you. All I can show you is the potential of this shit. And if you don't take action on it, bro, that's on you. But don't be mad at me when in the next 2 years, I'm up an extra 125,000 because, nigga, I knew how to buy the dip. And I wasn't scared about the dip. And I was aware of this shit. And you feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the biggest thing, man. Them trusted funds, he said them trusted funds better to let that money sit. Yeah, bro. Like, real shit, man. He said, how do you prepare for cyber attacks on your portfolio during times of war? You said, I mean, that'd be up on the brokerage I'm using. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, well, not really. I mean, bro, because if you notice, right, each brokerage account tells you a message when you finna invest in stocks. What do they say, y'all? They say that we are not liable for any losses or gains or anything that happens to your shares or your portfolio, as we are not liable for it, right? But the money sitting in an actual account, that money they're liable for because what? You know, FDIC insured, right? So now the thing is what happens. So like, let's just say, right, if you got a brokerage account and something like if your account gets hacked or something like that, that's on the brokerage account you're using. That's on their end. You know what I'm saying? That won't be on you, you know? But like, that's the only thing I'll say about that. So it's like, I ain't never really thought about it like that. You feel me? But I feel like just trust. Here's what just don't use no bullshit broker, bro. Like, use shit that got a good name to it, you know? Like, you can sometimes even use your bank, bro. Like, I use Bank of America to buy shares in one of my accounts. You feel me? I trust Bank of America. Nigga, that's a global U.S. bank. Like, nigga, that's Bank of America. You feel what I'm saying? So, for some shit, ain't no shit gonna happen to them. You know what I'm saying? So, just make sure it's not like a brokerage that you ain't never really heard of. You ain't never seen a nigga trade on. Somebody trying to finesse you out of your shit, you know? He said, because I know if you using a centralized banking system, we could be vulnerable to them like crypto, right? This nigga asking me some. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga coming on here asking me the most goddamn solidified motherfucker. I don't know, gang. I can't even back to you, bro. Like, this nigga said centralized banking system with volume. I can tell you a smart ass nigga, bro, but I don't be into that, gang. I gotta be honest, bro. I just keep this shit simple, my boy. I can tell you a smart nigga though. You might have to put me on some game, bro. What I'm gonna do is, bro, I'm gonna get off this shit. I'm gonna just look that shit up on YouTube, bro, to make sure I'm. And he got me questioning my brokerage accounts and shit. Like, I'm about to go do some research behind Robinhood, Webull, all this shit. I'm about to make sure my shit secure, because he making a nigga think like, damn, is my shit really, you feel me? Hey. He said, yeah, Charles Schwab. Yep, Charles Schwab got a good name for themselves. You feel me? Charles Schwab. They been in this shit for years. Fidelity. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I say, man. Just, you know, make sure it's shit that you can, you know. He say, so do you fuck, yeah, bro, I don't fuck with futures, bro. So, like, the most I do with futures is, like, with the futures, bro, is the most I do is chart them. Like, I'll chart my stock futures, so my market index futures. right? So, but I don't trade them. And then like I invest in gold. Gold is the only futures that I invest in. Um, but I don't like actively trade futures, bro. Um, that's what I say. Like I chart ES, NQ, what's the other one? YM1, all like the major US stock market indexes, they got futures to them. So like I chart those, you know. But I don't trade them though. Yeah, I stick to stocks, bro. I keep this shit simple, man. Like I just keep it simple for right now, y'all. He don't know what the fuck he talking about, y'all. Hey, he funny as hell. I ain't even gonna respond to you, bro. He said he do know what he talk about. Tune in and yeah, he crazy, bro. You know how long I've been. Yeah. Hey, go live with me, bro. Shit. If I don't know what I'm talking about and you trade stocks and you're a profitable trader and you've made multiple thousands to this shit and you have a community teaching people and you have a good win rate and you have a better win rate than me, maybe I can learn something from you if I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. You feel me? And my people in my community, whoever in here can vouch for me if I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. So I'm finna ask you to go live, dog. We can chop it up. Little folks. Little folks decline. I told y'all niggas, man. I told you niggas don't be wanting smoke, gang. Niggas don't be wanting smoke, bro. I'm gonna end it right there. I ain't even gonna entertain, bro, no more. I'm not even gonna entertain dog no more, gang. That nigga declined quick as hell, bro. Hey, he declined faster than like an irritating bitch calling your phone. You know how like quick you got down swipe over on bruh. You know how quick you swipe over, bro. When a bitch call your phone, you don't really want to talk to that hoe. You done already hit. You done already got money from the bitch. You done already got gas money. You ain't really trying to talk to that bitch, gang. That's how fast he declined my shit, man. I ain't finna entertain niggas, bro. He said, no, bro. I'm shitting right now. Yeah, yeah. Man, niggas crazy, man. I be trying to tell you, bro. That shit crazy. Oh, let's look at SPY, y'all. He said, hold on. I ain't even look at the futures market. I forgot because, hey, the market was closed today, man. So I wasn't able to really. I was looking at futures a little bit today. But, hey, y'all, let's look at the market. Let's see what's going on real quick. I'm about to pull up ES. He said the market dropping. Hold on. Let me see what he's talking about. Let me make sure this shit. Let me see what I got going on. So this ES. Oh, no, we good, bro. So this is what I mean, bro. So like I'll chart ES, right? So you see how right now, right? If I pull up SPY, I can't watch SPY because it's overnight. You feel me? So I can't watch SPY right now, right? The market is closed. But what I could do is on the back end. This is why I like futures because I can go to the S&P ES futures, right? And then I can see SPY. You feel me? So all this is this just tracks our major indexes and we get more data because you get more like overnight data. You get the futures time, right? So that's what I like to do. So let's check ES, the spot right now. So right now, bro, we look good, bro. We ain't dropping right now, dog. We good. You feel me? Let's check the NASDAQ. Let's check NQ. Oh shit, we look decent, bro. Right? So this is in real time, y'all. Got real time data. This bitch moving right now, y'all. Let's check the Dow. Oh yeah, we decent, bro. We holding up for right now overnight. Nothing too crazy, bro. Let's check the Russell 2000. Hold on, let me go here real quick because I forget the ticker for that one. Um, main watch list. We go right here. Oh yeah, we good, bro. Even small caps holding up, bro. For right now, I mean, anything can happen. Once we hit like midnight and shit. But I mean, for right now, shit, we look decent. So now here's what I'll say, y'all. We got quad winching tomorrow. All right. So if you know what quad winching is, where basically a lot of contracts start to expire, you know, and people start to just, you know, maneuver their positions, um, you know, and just take profit on a lot of stuff. So, I mean, what I'll say is nothing to be fearful of. It's nothing. It's nothing where it's like if Jay Powell was coming out saying something, or you know, if Trump was to come out and say, you know, 200% tariffs. It's nothing like that. But you know, it's just something to be a little cautious of. You feel me? Here's what I'll say, y'all. Game plan for tomorrow is let's get a market a little bit of time, because you got to think, right? We coming off of Wednesday. We coming off the data from Wednesday, right? From Powell speaking. So we didn't have another next day for the market to really react how I fully wanted to for a whole day. We only had, you know, the intraday, and then we had a little bit of the post market because the market was closed today. So tomorrow is going to be that day, you know, where the market will kind of settle in how I want, but then we got quiet winter. So I'll really say like Monday, Tuesday, I feel like the market kind of chooses direction of which it kind of want to flow to. Um, so I say definitely don't rush into nothing. I mean, if you see something that you feel like is really, you know, high probability, you can go ahead and take it on the day trading side. But like, as far as like if you swing it, I say kind of just, you know, kind of just be a little bit more observant tomorrow. Uh, HFX, is that forex? I think that's forex, right? I don't do the forex, bro. Hell no. Nah. You trade stocks? No Mars. You trade, bro? Or you invest? What you into, my boy? Yellow Mellow Fellow. Hey, that gotta be the funniest fucking Instagram name I ever heard. Hey, hey, what type of shit was he on when he made his account? When he made his account, he was bored as hell. He talking about Yellow Mellow Fellow. Man, y'all be cracking me up on this damn live, man. Y'all crazy as hell. But shit, it's 10:30, man. I'm gonna probably go ahead and end this live, man. I had a good live. I feel like we got a lot of shit to talk about. That you know that we was able to cover and shit, man. This was a cool live, not too crazy. I appreciate everybody tapping in though. Everybody standing a lot the whole time, tapping in with me. You feel me? We dropped a lot of gems. Um, And shit, yeah, man. I just want to see us all ball. I want to see us taking investing serious, man. I really want to see us taking advantage of these opportunities presented, you know, to us. You know, I don't want us to be intimidated and scared to invest, you know, and just seek the right mentorship, man, and just take your time with this shit, you know. The market not going nowhere. And you know, just, you know, a few years from now, man, I just want us to look back and say, damn, you know, we made the right financial decisions in life, you know. We don't never want to look back and regret like, oh damn, man, you know, we could have did this, or damn, we should have did this. You feel me? Let's not be no shoulda, woulda, coulda type of niggas, you know? Let's go ahead and shoot for it. You feel me? If we fail, man, so what, bro? You know what I'm saying? If you think, how many times you think Elon Musk failed to get where he at, bro? How many times you think fucking Mark Zuckerberg failed, gang? But if you never try, if you never really shoot your shot, bro, how you know you gonna ball, dog? You feel what I'm saying? So we just gotta start shooting for it, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, one love, man.